I am sewing. I have to sew and get it done because they're hanging around and I'm sick of them hanging around, and I've had them for about 5 years. So old lampshades, as you can see. Now these are actually for a table lamp. They're not for ceiling at all. But I am going to be making them for the ceiling, and the way that I do that is these bars, I bend them that way and push this up to shorten it so that the light sits inside, because the light will be underneath this ring rather than on top of the ring like a normal lamp. So when it's on the ceiling, it needs to be underneath. These bars, you pull them out, push the ring up, and then it can sit properly. Anyway, that's how you fix a lampshade that you like to use it somewhere else. This was off of a lamp that was given to me by one of my ex's grandmas. She was absolutely lovely. I don't know why, but relationships don't last, but I always have really good relationships with the grandparents. So I don't know, maybe they all should adopt me as their kid. I don't know. Anyway, the lampshade itself got ripped. It got knocked over and it got ripped. So I've saved the lampshade because it's a good one. It looks like an umbrella, look, which is great. So I'm saving that. This fabric, I bought one big giant curtain to make 2 little curtains for my office. And then any offcuts that I have, I save them because I know I can use them down the line. So just like that one over there, I made that with curtain offcuts, and I redid that lampshade there. Look, you can tell because the curtains have got tassels. The lampshade's got tassels. If it's got tassels, I've used curtains. So I'm going to be taking the trim off this, cutting all the panels for this, sewing them on, and then putting the trim around the top and the bottom. And then I'm going to find some nice ribbon or something just to go down each of these, because when they're all joined on, you'll be able to see all the stitching. So I just want to run something along each one of those. Something simple. It don't need to be crazy. And then it will go in the office, which is probably the best place for it. And the lampshade will match the curtains. And then that one is a big one. This one was given to me. And again, I will push the ring up so it sits properly. This was already covered at one point and I absolutely hated it. I ripped it all off. And it was at the top of the stairs. So I'm going to be redoing it. Again, curtains at the top of the stairs. I bought a big long curtain. I cut it to size. I didn't want to cut it because it looked great long, but I needed to cut it because of the radiator. Save the fabric. Going to use that for this one. Same situation, tassels around the bottom, tassels around the top, just like that one over there. And then doing something fancy or, you know, simple along the, just to make it smart along these bars where I've sewn everything on. That one over there didn't actually have any of these bars going down. So the old one that used to be there, it was straight fabric on the inside and then it had ruffled fabric on the outside of it, holding it all together. Once you took the fabric off, it was just a top ring and a bottom ring. So it currently looks wonky because it's pushed against the wall, but I had to cut the panels and hang it once where everything was meant to go and let the fabric sit with everything hanging, because fabric stretches. So when you've got a ring at the bottom, it's going to pull on the fabric and it's going to pull all at weird different angles. So you let it hang and then you straighten it back up again, just like you do with dressmaking, except lampshade. So these are going to be easier. These are going to be easier because they're just straight up panels and I've just got to titivate them and make them look decent. I want them out of the way. I want lampshades. I want the thing to be done so I can move on to other stuff like Mum's over there, the Moby Dick and Captain Nemo one. Get that one done and just get all the little projects out of the way, all the little things that I can, clear some space, and then I need to go in the pantry. I need to get that pantry sorted and decent, by which I mean fill holes, sand it down, fix the shelves, paint it, whilst I've got the time. So, yeah, also, my little plaque, I finally got it up. I used the plate holders for walls, and you can get all different sizes, and I just bought 2 of them and hung it up nice and easy, and that way it won't damage the plaster cast. And I don't have to drill into it, it just clamps onto it with claws. So yeah, that's finally up. But yeah, I'm just trying to work my way through stuff. I can't do too much again because I did a lot of gardening yesterday, and I am really aggravating cubital. I can't say it without stumbling. Cubital tunnel syndrome and carpal tunnel syndrome. It's really aggravating me at the moment. So again, this is probably going to do the same thing, but I need to not waste time, so I'm doing it. Show you when it's done. See you in a bit.